Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to today's video. And today we're going to be reacting to Mr. Nightmare, 3 true scary Ding Dong Ditch horror stories. Now, Mr. Nightmare has done Ding Dong Ditch horror stories before. I don't think he's did it as a full compilation. There's definitely been Ding Dong Ditch horror stories involved in his compilations. Usually it's like, I don't know, just like regular true scary stories that you'd see. But I've never actually seen a full, I don't think I've ever actually seen a full Ding Dong Ditch horror stories compilation that he's done. I really like the turn he's taking. When it comes to his videos, he is definitely adding a little different flair, and he's adding some weird concepts. I don't know how he finds all these compilations, how so many people have some of these like replicated horror stories where it's like it all comes around the same storyline essentially. Like there's hunting, there's Ding Dong Ditch, there's just snowstorm ones. Like there's so many people that go through so many horror stories just for the stupidest reasons. I don't know how he finds all these stories. I know a lot of them get sent to him. I kind of wish, it sounds stupid, but I kind of wish I had a horror story myself, because I would love to send it to Mr. Nightmare, react to it, and get my own reaction, like I'm reacting to my own horror stories, and get it on his channel. That'd be sick. But I'm a very bland person, and I don't like frightening things. So, there's not much to say here, besides, let's jump on into the reaction. That shit came out of nowhere, bruh. What the fuck is that?
During Christmas break, my friends Chris, Presto, Robert, Luke, Chase, Jamie, and Kevin were tired of just only watching football all night and decided...
Bro, that's kind of weird. Like you never actually hear them use the real names and shit. But I wonder if this is like just this past Christmas break, because Christmas just passed like a month ago. You know what I mean? So I wonder if this is this past Christmas break. I really wish it like had the year for it or something.
Did that one day we would Ding Dong Ditch. Towards the end of our break, we all gathered at a pizza place and started going around town trying to find a perfect house. After we found a house, my friend Chris rang the doorbell like 5 times and we all ran away laughing. Then we did this for a second time and we all ran away laughing again.
But you're supposed to wait for the reaction. You don't just...
time, my friend Chris again went to ring the bell and he rang it again at least 5 times and we all ran away. After this...
You're supposed to wait for the reaction. You're not just supposed to stand there, ring a bell, and run away. Where's the fun in that?
We thought that the people in the house were just not giving into our prank.
I
decided to walk back to my friend Presto's house.
Don't really understand the fun in Ding Dong Ditching.
And saw this man charging full speed at us. I told everyone to start running.
What's he got in his hand?
I saw the panic in all my friends' eyes. Presto slipped while we were running, but was fast enough to catch back up with us.
A fucking course, man.
We then took shelter in Presto's backyard, and we saw the man wandering around the block looking for us until he gave up. We were all scared and decided to just go home.
Bro, unless he's got a gun or a knife, there's like, what'd you say, there's like 5 or 6 of you?
When the next day arrived, I told my friends that this time I would ring the bell because I haven't in a while.
Are you going back to the same fucking house? These people, they asked to get, like, beat up. I swear to God. I said this in the last Mr. Nightmare reaction too, how these guys were having a horror story because this guy was chasing them in the truck because they were throwing snowballs at it. If you don't do this stuff, you won't really have any horror stories. You won't really experience shit like this. And you know what else would help you not experience it? If you didn't fucking go back.
And I got up and rang the bell.
Some people,
and we
man,
all started to run away. We all saw the man again chasing us. After we kept running and couldn't see him, we noticed that the man was now in his car speeding after us. This is when we started to split up. Me, Chase, Robert, and Kevin all ran down one block.
Horror movie music that's like
and Presto ran
the killer's
down
chasing them.
After Chase and Robert found a place to hide, Kevin and I were still running away from the man. We hid under some trees for 10 seconds, thinking we lost the man, until the man started to run over people's properties and curbs still after us.
What the fuck, dude? Why is he getting this mad?
But because Kevin had a head start, he was able to escape, and the man saw me and nearly hit me with his car while blocking my way. While the man stopped his car in front of me, I quickly took out my phone and recorded this video.
Get over here. Where were you going?
Sorry, I swear to God, I didn't do anything.
Where were you going?
Sorry, I swear to God, I didn't do anything.
Get in
Sir.
the car. Get in the car, you fuck.
Dude, this should have been in the last one where you got to see the with the footage, bro. you got footage on this shit, bro. Oh, that's actually sick. Though. Do you hear that? Dude, he was getting the fucking car. I don't know what the fuck he was going for. Jesus, and how quick he tries to back out of it. Swear to God, I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Not today. I mean, I did ring your bell yesterday, but not today.
Here you can see the man's reaction, asking me where I was going and telling me to get in his car as he was holding my head and arm but let go of my arm to open the door. While he was doing this, I took my hand and pushed his hand off my head, which gave me enough room to escape. While I was sprinting
Notice
down
how
the road,
no friends
I
give a
remember
shit about
seeing
you,
the
they
man
all
going right
ran
back into his
away.
car about to chase me again. But since I had a head start
The
on
friends
the
you were
man,
with
I
just
decided to hide
dipped.
in a bush as I saw him speed down the block trying to find me again. Right after this, I told my friends to all run back to my house and that the man was roaming around the block trying to look for all of us. When my friends came back to my house, I instantly showed them the video and they were truly scared. To this day, I have never been as scared for my life as I was that night.
And then the next day we were like, you know what'd be funny? Let's go back and ring his bell again. Fuck off.
Most kids who play Ding Dong Ditch are, I'd say, between the ages of 10 and 14. My friends and I, however, I guess matured a little later. We were 16, juniors in high school.
Ah, it's still
We
normal,
live
bro.
in, I
That's
guess,
still
what most
normal.
would call the typical middle-class suburbs. Most of the
Is that
houses
it
are
right here?
basic and look more or less the same. There is one
I know what
house
you're
that a lot
talking
of people
about, bro.
know about a few blocks away from me. It has an architectural style much different and more archaic looking than the rest. It had a for sale sign out front for the longest time, and I guess around a year after the for sale sign disappeared was when this story took place. We weren't sure if someone had moved in or not, as the grass never seemed to be cut. But on an uneventful weekend night, two friends and I wanted to play Ding Dong Ditch on the house.
So we go to the
The
one
reason
where we
wanted to
don't know
target
nothing
this
about
house was
it.
simply because it was different, and we wondered if the person potentially living in it would be different as well, aka a better reaction.
AKA
When we
psychotic,
did this,
AKA
we always
bust my
had each
goddamn
person ring the bell at
ass.
least once. My friend Joel went first. He tried ringing the bell, then said back to us the doorbell didn't seem to work, so we made knocking motions. He knocked on the door really hard, then he ran for the bush next to the front door. We waited for a minute, but no answer. Joel came running back. It was my turn to go. I ran up to the front door, and instead of giving a loud knock, I banged really hard on the door.
Oh fucking hell, man. Holy shit, that scared the absolute fuck out of me. Bro, why are you banging on the door, dude? Why are you still going back? If there's no reaction, there's no reaction. Just give the fuck up. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal.
The door pushed open just a tad, giving me a near heart attack and causing me to Olympic sprint behind the bushes in the front of the house. I crouched down in the bushes alongside Joel and Eric, expecting someone to come outside.
But the door was just
The
open.
door
wasn't
just
it?
stayed in place, open just 1 or 2 inches.
And then we
Guess I
decided
banged
to
so
break
hard
in
the
and
door
steal
pushed
his
off the latch
shit.
and caused it to creep open. At this point, we were wondering if
That's a
anyone
strong
was even
guy
home,
right there.
let alone if someone even lived here,
Strong
considering
punches.
there were no cars in the driveway or parked out in the street. We came up with the really stupid idea of going inside the house, since it didn't appear
How did I fucking know? How did I know that you guys are gonna be this dumb? First off, there's no reactions or nothing like that. He's probably waiting for you on the other side of the door. Like, come on, you little shits. I know you'll come in here. Cause they're stupid. They don't have any common sense.
anyone was inside. I was the one to kind of lead the way inside, pushing the door open quietly and creeping into the living room. There wasn't any furniture in the living room besides a couple wooden chairs and an old-fashioned center table, or a coffee table I guess you'd call it, sitting in the middle of the room. Moonlight
And then we see
mixed
4
with the light
people
from the
in
streetlights
sheet
outside
masks
showing through
rubbing
the
their
windows, so
junk.
you could see enough if you're wondering how we saw without flashlights. We crept into the kitchen, and this was where it got gross. There was a foul odor in there, and when we opened the fridge, we realized where it was coming from. There was a bunch of old, expired, rotting things in there. The putrid smell was like a mix of long-spoiled milk and rotting meats. The fridge wasn't turned on, obviously.
Nasty.
In our heads, this confirmed nobody could be living here.
Bro, I work at a grocery
So
store.
we
I
became
know
a
that
little
smell.
less unnerved by the idea of someone possibly being in there as well. So with that, we decided we'd look upstairs. We were a lot less quiet now going up the stairs. There were a bunch of rooms upstairs. The house wasn't exactly tiny. All the doors were closed, so opening them was a little creepy, honestly. The 3 of us split off into different rooms, just seeing if anything interesting would be inside. I left from one bedroom to another one, which already had the door open, so either Eric or Joel already went inside. It was another basically empty room. It had some old nightstand in the corner, and I could see marks on the floor from where a bed used to be. Then I heard a creaking sound in the room. The room was decently sized, but I didn't see either of them inside of here. However, I did see this huge black hole in the wall opposite me. I walked closer to it. It was literally this huge
Oh.
hole leading into the insides of the walls.
Oh my
It was
god,
pitch black in
dude.
there. I couldn't see anything beyond the hole.
Then
As
fucking
I got
leave!
closer, I heard breathing. I already knew it was one of them waiting to scare me. I said both their names though, and they both called back "what" from different rooms. I don't have to explain what that
We all
means
know where this
and
is gonna
what was
go.
going on in my head. While most people probably would have ran, I took a few steps closer to the hole out of my stupid curiosity.
Whoa, how curious can you be when you're about to be fucking mangled? I can guarantee you, the nasty smell coming from the house ain't just the food. It's probably idiotic kids like you trying to go exploring.
My two friends entered the room behind me, I guess giving me a little more confidence to step closer. I was maybe 4 feet from the hole when I thought I saw something in there. Something moving. My two friends were whispering, "What do you see?"
How old is this? Do you not have
I
a
was
cell
dumb enough
phone
to
light?
get closer. I was probably 2 feet from the hole in the wall now, when someone's arm reached out from the darkness and started yanking on the collar of my shirt.
Oh my... Oh, why is there so many jump scares this one? There's usually never this many Mr. Nightmare jump scares, bro. This is scaring the fuck
Came
out of me.
out, and in Joel's words, he clawed at the wrinkly, pale-looking arm until it let go. Then we bolted downstairs and out the front door. We contemplated
Then we got that
calling the
killer
cops.
music again,
With
bro.
the chance of someone actually living in there, we didn't want to basically admit to breaking and entering. We agreed to just not tell our parents
Yeah.
or anyone about it that might get us in
Yeah.
trouble.
You shouldn't have gone there in the first place, so it'd be stupid to call the cops. Yeah, we broke into this guy's house, and he scratched my arm, dude, so I want him arrested. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen to you?
At a
Nothing?
certain hour in the night, you enter a certain mental state in which you're not expecting to be disturbed by the outside world.
Facts.
Like, for example, hearing the doorbell or your phone ringing at 3 a.m. is something that would send
Facts.
shivers down most people's spines. So I guess I'll start by saying this was in July of 2020. I don't run the
Ooh,
AC much.
not even
I
a
tend
year
to leave
ago.
the windows open with the fan on full blast by my bed.
Bro, you just use the AC.
It was very late in the night. I'd been in bed for hours. That's all you need to know.
And I couldn't
I
sleep because
remember waking
I'm
up,
stupid to go up an
not
AC
knowing
and it's
why.
hot.
I thought I heard some kind of dinging sound, but I couldn't tell for sure. I turned off the fan for a minute, listened, but it didn't happen again. So I turned the fan back on and lay back down. But a few moments later, I heard it again. I turned the fan off
Doorbell,
quickly
huh?
this time, and then I realized it was the doorbell I was hearing. I looked at the clock and started to feel incredibly uncomfortable.
That just sounds like when someone walks into a
Could be
convenience
ringing my
store and the
bell
little
in the
bing
middle
bong
of the
goes
night.
off.
I grabbed one of my baseball bats from my closet and made my way downstairs. I did so quietly, so that I could sneak to the window and peek outside. There wasn't anyone on the front deck. Naturally, having to defend my property, I opened the front door and stepped out onto the deck. No one in sight. Some stupid kids ding-dong ditching. What else? Though all that was going through my head was that any kids doing that at this hour were real sons of bitches. I closed the door, but I sat in the living room expecting it to happen again. I gave it a few minutes. Then, as I was halfway up the stairs, I went as
They're
fast as I
watching,
could
bro.
down the stairs and back to the front door. I didn't
I was wondering where the story was gonna go because I forgot it was a ding dong ditch horror story.
catch them in time, though. I wasn't about to deal with this. I got 911 on the phone and told them some little shits were ding-dong ditching my house at this insane hour. The operator wasn't really helpful, though. He said it's very likely just some stupid kids and to just stop answering the door and they'll eventually give up. When I asked, he said to call back if they really don't give up, or if they go beyond ringing the doorbell. I didn't like hearing that, though. It made me a little uneasy. I went back upstairs to
It's
my
probably
room
not
and
kids,
turned on the
dude.
fan full blast to block out the sound of the doorbell. I heard it again over the sound of the fan, but I didn't entertain it. I just really hoped it was actually some dumb kids. When it finally seemed like they had given up, some loud sound made me jump in my bed. At first I didn't know what it was, but I looked at my window and saw that it was getting soaked. It took me a second to understand
spraying a
someone was
hose.
spraying my window with the hose. It stopped after a few seconds. I didn't even want to move out of the bed in fear that they would hear that.
I wouldn't either,
As
bro.
much as I wanted to go for the phone. Then there was a voice, not of a child's. It was a deeper voice, though I can't say exactly how deep because there was someone calling up, "Hey, come outside to your shed." I wanted to be anywhere but in my house at that moment. I got up and looked out the wet window, but there was no one down there. I went for the phone and called the cops again.
Now, if you were the
Same
dude in the other
operator
story, you
picked
would
up.
have just walked over to the
After
fucking
telling me
shed,
what
wouldn't
just
you?
happened, he told me to sit tight and wait for an officer to arrive at my house. Then we hung up. I had a little more peace of mind now, but still, I went downstairs to the den area of my house, which is the lowest level of my house, ground level to the backyard. The back door is in the den, as is the back entrance to the garage. When I looked out the window to the shed in the backyard, I could see one of the 2 doors to the shed was swung completely open. I couldn't see into the shed, and no way was I going out there. But while expecting someone to poke their head out from the shed, I heard a light creak and noticed in the corner of my eye the back door to the garage opening. It opened in a manner that I knew it was pushed. It wasn't the wind. Looking into the dark abyss that was my garage, someone went, "Psst," to break the silence. They were inside my house. I went for the front door and waited outside in front of my house.
What the fuck, dude?
My garage door was open. My idiot self didn't lock it, and I must have not heard it opening over the sound of the fan. A police car pulled up in front of my house moments later, and he had me wait with him while he called for backup when he realized this was a break-in case. When 2 other officers eventually came to help look around the house, I stayed outside with one while the other 2 checked the house and backyard shed. When they said it was safe to come in, I did a little searching myself before they did a police report and left. Of course, from this point on, I always make sure to remember to lock everything. This was extra terrifying for me because it started as what I hoped was just a couple kids pulling a prank, and it turned into someone literally breaking into my house.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit creepy. I mean, I thought they were going to get caught, actually. I thought they were going to get caught by the sounds of it. It looked like they were just kind of wandering around, acting idiot. Like, it seems like they're just fucking druggies. They're junkies. Hey, spare change. Shit like that. But I'm like, I always say in these stories, it's stupid half the time what these people do to defend their house. But what they do to defend their own selves is the stupidest thing you could do. That guy did all right. You know, he grabbed the baseball bat. He tried to ignore it. He tried to stay put, do what he did. He called the cops when he needed to. Those guys, the intruders seem stupid. And I also say, if you're an intruder and you get caught doing this, you're extra stupid. All right? How are you gonna? You know he's calling the cops. How are you just gonna stick around in the house waiting for the cops, bro? Oh my god. But anyways. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next Mr. Nightmare reaction will probably be when he uploads again. I love these reactions. My favorite ones to do. Favorite ones for you guys to watch, I'm assuming so. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we are on the road to 2K subscribers. We are almost there. We are like 60 subscribers away, alright? So if you're watching this, and it's like 95% of you are probably watching this and are not subscribed, because that's what my numbers are telling me. Hit that subscribe button. Go down, see the little subscribe button, turn it to subscribed, alright? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and peace.